I'm Chris Lawrence with your headlines in North Texas. A teenager claims a guard attacked him inside the Dallas County lockup. Officials tell us the state has launched an investigation, but we know the guard's been fired and is now facing criminal charges. The teenager's family just told Cole Sullivan they want justice.
This photo is not the most recent one, but it is how this 15-year-old's mom thinks of him. Because in the most recent photo she gave us, her boy looks like this.
When I seen my son, I was speechless. I was like, what in the world has happened to my baby?
Her son was in the custody of the Dallas County Juvenile Department last month, when deputies say surveillance video shows a guard named Steven Puzio chasing the teenager, putting him in a chokehold, and apparently stepping on his face after he fell unconscious to the floor. According to that arrest affidavit, the teen told investigators it started when he tried to touch the guard's bald head.
He was punched, and after he was punched, at some point he was stomped.
The teen's aunt says you can see the shoe print from Puzio's boot on her nephew's face.
This should have never happened to a child, no one's child.
Puzio now faces a felony aggravated assault charge. He bonded out of jail. In a statement, Puzio's lawyers say he, quote, did not attack or assault the juvenile in any way. We look forward to clearing his name in court after all the evidence comes to light. The director of the Dallas County Juvenile Probation Program told us what he told county commissioners Tuesday.
I've been clear to our staff that we will do the right thing by kids. We will be accountable, and we will produce a polished work product as it relates to serving kids in Dallas well.
Lynn Hadnot says the state is now investigating, and the county terminated Puzio immediately.
I want justice for my son.
Her son is out of the hospital, back in custody, and still facing his previous charges, including aggravated assault with a deadly weapon.
It doesn't matter what he did or didn't do. He did not deserve this. No child does.
And no mom wants a photo of their son like this one. In Dallas, I'm Cole Sullivan.
We're learning new details about a heartbreaking discovery in Johnson County where the bodies of two little boys were found. Authorities say they drowned Tuesday night while playing along the Brazos River. Investigators just told Tiffany Liu it appears to be an accident in which a parent's moment to look away took a tragic turn.
A quiet park by the Brazos River was the scene of panic Tuesday night.
Deputies and first responders immediately initiated a search and rescue operation.
Johnson County Sheriff's Office says two brothers were playing along the water at Hand Creek Park when they went missing.
The parents were with them, and unfortunately, it's one of those situations where they looked away for a minute, and it didn't take much.
Police say 4-year-old Banks McAmis and 7-year-old Bowen Miller were found in the water. They died at the scene.
The children are just playing like any normal child would do.
The family is heartbroken. On GoFundMe, they said Banks was an energetic little boy who loved playing outside, and his favorite characters were the Ninja Turtles. Bowen was a second grader at Plum Creek Elementary School in Joshua ISD. He loved karate, video games, and being with his brother and sister.
Unfortunately, the outcome was very tragic.
Lieutenant Kevin George tells us Johnson County had 3 children drown in 2024, and this case makes 2 in 2025.
The tragedy lies in the loss of 2 very small children. You know, this affects not only a family, but every responder that responded out to that scene.
It is a heartbreaking reminder.
If you're not a strong swimmer, we always recommend that you have a life jacket or floaties, especially for the children.
This is an ongoing investigation, and right now no foul play is suspected, and no charges are being filed.
Even a second can turn tragic.
In Johnson County, I'm Tiffany Liu.
There are signs of trouble in the negotiations between the city of Dallas and its police and fire pension system. Council members voted to drastically raise the city's legal spending to handle the ongoing lawsuit from the original $100,000 contract to $600,000. The dispute centers on how much the city has to contribute to rebuild the fund and when retirees get cost of living increases. Officials say there are more retirees and fewer active officers contributing, and the city is desperately recruiting more officers to meet its voter-mandated staffing goal. The city of Dallas is looking to unload an old building off Stemmons Freeway at a major loss. On Wednesday, council members received a closed-door briefing on the sale. All told, the 11-story building cost taxpayers nearly $29 million, including the $14 million Dallas bought it for just a few years ago. It was supposed to house the city's permitting office, but in a twist you can't make up, Dallas couldn't secure the permits needed to move in. After spending another $15 million trying to fix it, officials are taking the best offer to get it sold. Well, officials could be on the verge of closing a beloved elementary school in Grapevine, Colleyville ISD. Brittany Costello breaks down parents' concerns and some of the difficult decisions ahead.
These are precious memories for Patty Thompson, a bond between her daughter and her school that starts with those first day photos. She's worried it will end here.
My biggest concern is the district hastily making decisions that can't be undone.
Her daughter's school, Dove Elementary, is on the chopping block. The Grapevine Colleyville School Board says all 11 district elementary schools are.
It hurts my heart, and I recognize the emotional toll that it takes to walk through this process.
Superintendent Brad Schnotz says right now there are around 1,900 empty seats in those elementary schools combined. He blames declining enrollment and limited funds from the state legislature. But longtime Mayor William D. Tate says there has to be another way. He sent this letter to the school board Monday.
It's the school district's responsibility to prove to the public that they've exhausted every other alternative, and the closing of school is the only one left.
Mayor Tate and Councilman Leon Leal says closing a school has a community impact.
We need to be involved because it's more than just closing a school.
They want a seat at the table before a decision in November. Board President Shannon Braun calls the letter a shock.
When we started our committee and our process, they were the first invitation that we handed out to the city manager.
Braun says the financial strain is not new. They've been coming up with solutions for the last several years. Schools will have to close. They have not decided which ones.
That's part of the problem, is that the story keeps changing.
Thompson says she and other parents are worried for the future they hoped for and the district they picked to educate their children. In Grapevine, I'm Brittany Costello.
Downtown Irving is getting a makeover. Volunteers are painting crosswalks and parking spaces and setting up art installations as part of its new project, Downtown Irving Reimagined. The pilot program aims to turn Main Street into a more vibrant, walkable hub, and the Experience Main Street event starts on Friday. We're just a couple days away from an iconic matchup, and the State Fair of Texas is helping fans prepare. Officials say it's best to arrive early for the Texas OU game. You'll need to allow time to get through security, first at the fairgrounds and then again at the Cotton Bowl. They've imposed new safety measures like a clear bag policy, and you can find more details on our website, WFAA.com. Longhorn Sooners Saturday afternoon should be a great game. And those are your headlines from North Texas.